My name is Norman Kent, and with this video vignette, I would like to share with you my experience from the 2015 vertical world record 164-way. But I didn't want to start this world record without sharing what happened to me back then. I remember clearly that I was battling with something that visually was bothering me. There was this smoke that was technically necessary. A superfloater would exit with the smoke. The problem with the smoke is that it kept contaminating every shot. It seemed like no matter which way I looked at it, every time the smoke was in my way, cutting across the formation, blocking some of the jumpers, and even though it was quite see-through, it was completely annoying and taking away from the creative process. It seemed like every jump, something was going wrong, and either it was a technical thing, the pilots, a door, a jumper's performance, something was always go wrong. And this doesn't surprise me, it's normal for every world record. In this particular jump, I was as intense and full of anticipation as any other time. Once outside, I noticed there was something that was taking a little longer than usual, and there seemed to be a bit of confusion. I quickly noticed that people were in confusion, signaling from inside, and us outside were wondering what's going on. And what they wanted us is to come back inside. Apparently there had been a signal for it to go around. As they were climbing back inside and all this confusion was going on and I'm hanging outside, all I could see was the jumpers climbing back inside one at a time and me going, no, no, no. And what I was wanting to do is I was telling the jumpers, please don't go inside. At least leave one of you outside. Because I knew once everybody got inside, I was going to have a really hard time coming back inside. So what I would have really preferred if somebody were to stay and block the wind for me so I could have a chance to come inside. But instead, everybody climbed inside one at a time, and I was left outside by myself. I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do? And I thought then, wow, I think I'll just hold on and wait till they go around and wait for them to come back out, and then we'll go together. Instantly, I realized that was the dumbest idea I could ever think about. Then I thought, well, I'll just let go. There's nothing else I can do. I'm not going to be able to climb back inside from the position I'm in and without any help. It was that particular moment that made a difference in my life. I had a premonition that this was going to be the record jump. So I thought to myself, don't give up. Climb back in. There was chaos inside.
Help Norman in! Help him in! Grab his chest strap! Chest strap!
So I worked my way back in. And as I got to the door, then I had to figure out a way to get my helmet back in. I finally maneuvered inside. And I was completely spent, completely exhausted. I was done. I didn't think that even if we were to go around that I was going to be able to jump again. There was no way.
Turn that fucking light off! Close the door!
I reconnected to my oxygen hose and knew that I had a couple of minutes while we went around. Eventually, I started feeling a lot better. In the moment that I was thinking that I was going to be okay, I started reflecting on what had happened and my premonition. And I thought to myself, I wonder if this really is the record jump. And I wonder if anybody else knows that this is the record jump. And of course, I had to think, well, how would I know? Maybe this is something I'm making up in my mind. And of course, there's only one way to find out, and that is to go out and try it and see what happens and let destiny unfold. But to me, I was feeling privileged to have had this experience and to think that perhaps I had had a glimpse of the future, even though I wasn't certain that that glimpse in that future was really going to happen. Once we were on jump run again, I held my finger to the record button on the side of my helmet and waited in anticipation one more time for that green light signaling for us to get out. It was time. We climbed back out, and as I was climbing out, all I could think about is this really it? What is about to happen? I remember looking off to the right of the airplane, to the void, because there were no other airplanes over there. And then I looked back at the jumpers and thought to myself, wow, what is about to happen? Going out there and looking at how the jump was forming and looking at everybody performing so beautifully, watching the beauty of human flight and these people doing all 100% perfect to be able to accomplish this world record which was unfolding. I noticed one thing. There was no smoke. No smoke to get in my way like other times, like I have been battling for every jump before. During the first jump run, the smoke had been fired and there was no turning back. I could have let go, and if I had, I would be sharing a completely different story. I am sure I would have learned something, and I'm sure I would have been somehow had some insight about it. But instead, I'm sharing about this. I got a glimpse of the future. I had the privilege of seeing it. I didn't let go. And I had an opportunity to change my destiny for this event. How cool is that? How lucky can a man be? Wow. That's all I can say. How cool. I love this. This is why I do it. For these moments. I love it. And I will do it again and again in pursuit of this kind of moment.